Welcome back to my channel. I'm here with another Raw and Smackdown review. So like, comment, and subscribe, and let's get to it. We will open up Raw with Cody Rhodes. I had no idea he was scheduled to appear. And then to my surprise, they would bring out Stephanie McMahon. Again, Cody's face and claim that Cody couldn't beat him because she knows this version of Randy Orton. And she would say how he's not his father. And Cody would fire back with the same words. He knows he's not his father, but she's not hers either. And then he would get slapped by Stephanie. And then Cody would say he has 2 words for her. Thank you. Let me know what you thought of this segment. Next, we would get new World Tag Team Champions in the Vision, Austin Theory and Logan Paul, with some help from I Show Speed, seems mistakenly. He would hit LA Knight with the brass knuckles. And then the Usos would get cost their tag titles. It seems like Speed is going to make a lot of enemies. Let me know if you think Speed is having a match and what you thought of this so far. Next, we have Roxanne Perez return to help Liv Morgan. It seems, I guess she's going to be in the Judgment Day and not siding with Finn. She helped Liv beat up Stephanie. Let me know what you thought of this, and do you think Liv is our new champion at WrestleMania? Next, we have Bayley and Lyra finally get their opportunity at the Women's Tag Team Championships. And once again, of course, it will end in no contest. So the Irresistible Forces are still our tag champs. Let me know if you're liking the Women's Tag Team Division feud so far. Next, we have Brock Lesnar come out in wrestling gear. Him and Paul would claim that it's because he wasn't ready. He wasn't dressed to fight, and now he was dressed to fight. Adam Pearce would say that wasn't happening, and then out would come Oba, and he would absolutely throw someone. They didn't get a chance to fight because Triple H had to get involved. You know the fans didn't like that. Let me know what you think of this feud and if you like it heating up so far. Next, we have Penta versus Kofi Kingston, which was an open challenge for the IC title. Penta would pick up the W, and he would announce that, I think the match was actually a pretty solid match. He would announce that it's going to be a ladder match for the IC title at WrestleMania. And apparently, the qualifying matches had happened on main event. It's going to be Dragon Lee, JD McDonough, Rusev, and Javon Evans. Let me know if you're ready for that match. Next, we'll have Paul come out, and then then Adam would announce that Seth Rollins is medically cleared, and he would come out and he would attack Paul Heyman. But surprisingly, he would get attacked by Gunther. It sets up Gunther versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Totally unexpected in my opinion, but I think it will be a great match. Let me know if you're ready for that. Next, we have Io Sky versus Raquel Rodriguez. Solid match in my opinion. The Warriors would come out. You could tell Io Sky feels for Kairi Sane and wants her to get away from Asuka. And Raquel will pick up the W. Let me know what you thought of this match and what do you like, and do you think it's going to be Io Sky versus Asuka or a triple threat with Kairi Sane? Now it has been made official. We will have Finn Balor versus Dominic Mysterio at WrestleMania. Let me know if you're ready for this match. Next, it was announced that John Cena will be hosting WrestleMania. This seems like it might be another tactic to try and boost ticket sales. Let me know if you're glad that he's hosting. Next, I thought we were going to have a promo between these two, but it would end up just being a full-on brawl. CM Punk would eventually end up putting Roman through a table. Let me know if this is getting you more hype for their match, and who do you think wins at WrestleMania? Overall, I thought this episode of Raw was pretty good this week. I would give it like a 7 or 8 out of 10. Let me know what you rate Raw. And now let's shift over to Smackdown. We open up Smackdown with the segment with Randy Orton, and then Cody Rhodes would come out, and they would get into it, but it would be revealed as the man on the phone Randy has been talking to this whole time. Apparently, it's Pat McAfee. He would come and attack Cody Rhodes, speak some truth, honestly. But, I feel like it's kind of underwhelming because it was Pat McAfee, but everything he said, in my opinion, is what a lot of people think. Let me know what you thought of this, and if you think Pat McAfee is the right call. Next, we have Rhea Ripley versus Michin, and which I actually thought was a pretty good match. But Rhea would end up picking up the W, and then she would get attacked by Jade's new faction. But to surprise, maybe not a surprise to some people, Io Sky would come to SmackDown and help Rhea Ripley. And I think it's going to end up just being a tag match next week. Let me know if you're liking this feud so far. Next, we had Tama Tonga versus Uncle Howdy. He wanted to do this alone, but Solo would come out and get involved. The match was pretty solid in my opinion. And then Tama would end up giving a lantern back. It seemed like there's going to be some tension between MFT. Let me know if you think they're going to break up and if you think the Y6 feud may finally be over. Next, we have a segment where Sammy was to come out, but he would actually, instead of before he was even able to, Trick Williams would come out with a Lil Yachty, and I'd never seen this before, but he stole Sami Zayn's pyro. Genius idea, in my opinion. And then out would come Sami Zayn. Then we would have Carmelo Hayes. I was hoping for them to maybe put a triple threat at WrestleMania, because come on now, we all know Carmelo Hayes deserves to be at WrestleMania, but it didn't happen. Carmelo Hayes would come out and talk about how that was not cool, how Sammy did that, and how he was thinking what everybody else was thinking. We want Melo, and we don't want Sammy. The whole crowd was booing Sami Zayn. So then Sammy would give in and give Carmelo a rematch. Let me know if you thought of this segment, if you think they should just add Melo to the triple threat to make a triple threat. Next, we would have Aleister Black versus Matt Cardona, and Aleister Black would pick up the W. Let me know what you thought of this match and if you think this is going to be a further feud. Next, we would have Lyra and Bayley versus Charlexa in a tag match. Charlexa would pick up the W. They would get attacked by the Irresistible Forces. This seems like they're trying to heat up this feud. Let me know what you're thinking of the tag team division feud. Next, we have a tag team match. The Weapon Truth, R-Truth, and Damian Priest defend their titles against The Miz and Kit Wilson. Solid match, in my opinion. Then we would have Danhausen come out, try to get tagged in, but The Miz wouldn't. He would get tagged in by R-Truth, and he would accidentally curse the referee. And then the referee would try to count 3 for the Team Miz and Danhausen, but his arm got stuck up, and he couldn't count the 3. And then he was able to use the other arm, and Weapon Truth would end up picking up the W. Let me know what you think of their tag team run, and what do you think of Danhausen. Then we would have Cody Rhodes come out and attack Kit Wilson, and then he would cut a promo, and he would say how he's starting to listen to voices. Let me know if you think this will lead to a darker version of Cody Rhodes, or a heel turn. In the main event, we would have Melo versus Sami Zayn. Lil Yachty and Trick Williams was out there. Sami Zayn would take advantage of the referee checking on Melo, and sadly, he is still our United States champion. We all know that he should have never won in the first place. Let me know what you thought of this. It's just sad. I hope Melo really gets on the card. Overall, I thought it was like a weird kind of episode. Let me know what you thought of this episode. I would give it maybe like a 6 out of 10. Leave your thoughts down below. Till next time, like, comment, and subscribe.